Hello. Sorry about that, people. I'm trying to get set up and I'm losing myself. But nonetheless, welcome to Diamonds and Dew, aka Lee K. As by now you know, I am Lee K, assisted by my loving wife, Lenore. Say hello, Lenore.
Hello, Lenore.
Okay, Gracie.
Okay.
Yes, for those of you young enough, we are talking about Gracie and
George Burns.
George Burns. Yes, thank you. Me and names don't get along too well. Anyway, not a lot to talk about too much today. As you know, Lenore sings. She's not singing right now because we didn't get the words together. But she did get offers. So you will be hearing her voice on Shay's channel from time to time during Oz and Og, which of course, per the name, starts in August. So keep a lookout for that. I will leave her the link to her channel in the description, so that you can find it easy enough. But other than that, I have a couple of other stories, but nothing major. For those of you that are paying attention or that who know, we have an appointment tomorrow with Lenore's oncologist to find out about that shadow that they found on one of her tests the other day, and I will do my best to keep you informed. Other than that, why don't we get to it and start answering questions and talking about comments?
Okay. These questions are all from Denise.
Yeah, she left me a list.
The first one, she's asking
You.
me if I diamond paint or have any hobbies. I don't diamond paint
Yeah.
yet. I love to sing. That's one of my hobbies. It has been since I was really young. And I also read a lot. A lot.
Yes. She will put, I will guarantee you, she will put any one of you to shame. But that's beside the point. Next.
Lee, do
Yes.
you prefer round or square drills?
I have not really been in, because of my back, I have not been able to diamond paint as much as I would like. I have done some rounds. And I am currently working on a square, which is still Angel Falls, and I'll probably be working on this for some time. But so far, I tend to like the squares, not only because they are tightly packed, but because they are tightly packed, they give you a lot more detail. Yeah, that unfortunately also includes a lot of confetti, but it's still a lot more detail. Of course, I'm sitting here doing this without even thinking about picking up a drill. So it is, after all, a whip and chat. For those of you that are new, whip stands for work in progress. And chat, of course, means I'm going to talk your ear off, or at least try to.
You do a good job.
Yeah, I do a good job. Gee, thanks. So positive about me.
I am positive.
No, honey, you shouldn't. You don't talk that much. All right. Anyway, next.
The next question is also for you.
Yeah.
Do you kit up in storage containers or work from Ziploc bags?
I can answer that one kind of easy. I work from storage containers. These are from Art Dot, I do believe. It's those wonderful 2-layer cases. But yeah, I prefer to kit up. I tried working from the bags, but it's too much of a pain in the ass, basically, to keep the bags sectioned and straightened out and whatnot, so they're easier to find. So I prefer to kit up in a storage containers. Thank you. Yes, when I lose my mind, my wife helps me a lot.
To lose your mind?
Yeah, that too.
The next question is also for you.
Yeah.
What do you do with your completed paintings?
Right now, because of the kind of, and one of these days I'll take a picture of it and put it in. But right now, what I do is I set them. There's a space underneath this table. It's a coffee table that lifts, and there's a space underneath where I just lay them out for now. Some I will frame and put on the walls. Like I have one of the two cats, which is the thumbnail for my channel, that I will eventually hang up. Give me just 1 second before you ask me the next one so that I can find this thing that I'm looking for.
Sure.
It would be appreciated. See, that's the problem, is the fact that I don't have the symbols on the containers. So I really have to look on the side, and because I don't have much lighting, I don't have... It's hard to see. I'm getting old. My eyes are bad. Leave me alone. Okay, next.
For you also, before your current physical limitations, did you have other hobbies?
Not particularly. When I was a kid, or actually even beyond that, I had CB radio that I did with. I also had scanners that I would listen to and find out what's going on in the world. Legal wise, you know. But anyway, what's next?
One for you and one for me. Same question. When you worked, what kind of work did you do?
Okay, what kind of work did I do? My work primarily was security, physical security, and personal security. Primarily, I worked for a contracted firm who would send me to places like Symphony Hall, construction sites, hospitals, one time the Coast Guard base in Boston. This was back when I lived up in Massachusetts. Lenore,
Oh, okay.
what did you do?
I don't know. No. I worked 15 years as a bookkeeper for a small company. When he closed down, I went and got another job, not bookkeeping, because I was burned out. I worked at Salem Hospital in the admitting office, and we did everything from admitting patients to calling on deaths, calling the families. So that was a kind of a rough job.
Yeah, I can imagine it would be, having to call a family member and say, "We're sorry. Your loved one passed away."
Yeah. And you ready?
Yep, next.
Last question that Denise had was, how many cats do we have?
We have two. They are both litter mates from a barn cat. One is Oreo, as you can guess, it's black and white. The other one is Cinnamon, because when I first looked at it as a cute little kitten, it reminded me of Cinnamon, basically. Obviously. We also call them Fat Butt 1 and Fat Butt 2 because they're fat, quite frankly.
And whose fault is that?
And yeah, and that's my wife's fault because she spoils them. But if they weren't spoiled, they wouldn't be our cats. They are also emotional support animals, because when my wife doesn't have a cat, yeah, you don't want to be around. And it's not much fun. And it's even worse for her.
All right, so I'm getting over here with this, right? That was Denise's last
Yep,
question.
that was the last one.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. That was a little delay only because of the fact that that one was sent to me via Discord, so I had to go from one thing to the other. So now we will continue with our regularly scheduled way of doing things.
Yep. All right. The first one of these lovely, what am I reading?
Questions
Questions
or comments.
Comments is from Kerry, and she says, "Hi Lee from New Zealand. I love watching your whippin' chats, and your lovely wife has an amazing singing voice. It really made my day. Thank you so much, Kerry."
And thank you. Now, I have a tendency to reply to the comments in YouTube, but that is a general statement of appreciation and acknowledgement. But I also like to say here, along with everybody's questions and replies, I really do appreciate it. It is extremely surprising the amount of response and positive response that I get, and I really, really am thankful for all of those that do reply, because quite frankly, I need the script. No, I really am thankful. I'm not the most self-confident person in the world at times. So it tends to surprise me when people are actually interested in what I have to say or how I feel about certain things. So thank you very much, Kerry.
This comes from Chaotic.
Chaotic V.
Okay.
Go right ahead.
The comment is, "Finally caught up on your last two whippin' chats. Absolutely loved hearing the back and forth between the both of you."
Thank you very much. That is appreciated. I got to get rid of a drill here that just isn't supposed to be there. Somehow or other, I got a round drill in a square hole, and it doesn't look right. But unfortunately, I'm having a hard time pulling it out. I have pointed tweezers, but the problem is they're the plastic pointed tweezers, so the very tips broke out. Yeah, I'll have to leave it there for now. I'll worry about it later. So next question.
This comes from
Henny.
Henny, okay. Henny says, "Hi Lee and Lenore. Love this whip and happy.
Huh?
Love this whip and happy belated birthday to you, Lenore.
Oh.
This was fun to watch / listen to."
You confuse the reader.
Yeah, it doesn't take much.
Well, that's true.
I know.
But anyway, thank you, Henny. It is nice that it is becoming enjoyable rather than really boring, which is what I was afraid of. And I will say it for her. Thank you for the birthday wishes,
Yeah.
even though they are belated.
Yeah. Thank you for saying thank you to me. You ready for the next one?
I am ready for the next one.
This one is at Marion Lake.
Yep,
Okay.
Marion Lake Crafts.
Okay. Great whip and chat. It is nice to hear your wife asking questions in the background, and hope she had a great birthday. I can always send you plenty of squishies to you.
Squishies.
To you.
Yes, those are little stuffed animals.
Thanks for the birthday wishes before my husband says it.
Yeah, what can I tell you? I don't know. Stuffed animals, she likes them. but I don't know where we would put them because we run out of space here because we have such a small place. You know, you'd think that having a house that we rent, guess what? I've seen apartments bigger than this place. So other than that, next,
This one comes from Olivia. No.
Olivia.
Yes. Hi, Lenore. I didn't get the enjoyment of hearing you sing on a previous live video, but just listening to you speak, I know I missed out on something lovely. Thank you very much. Welcome to the community, too. Thank you to both for another great whip and chat. Blessings from the great Smoky Mountains of Tennessee. Blessings from Florida. Thank you so much.
And if you want to hear her sing, I will try to remember to put Shay's live in that I was in where you heard her sing. I will also try to remember to put in, excuse me, the Tim live, the Leopard Leatherworks live, that where you could hear her a little bit better, even though you also heard Tim tell me to stop breathing. Funny story about that one before we go on. When I first started watching Tim's turnings, like most of you, it was interesting because I love turning anyway. I love to watch turnings anyway. But it started out with just the regular live, where I would type just like everybody else. Then the brilliant idea came in, and I don't remember whose it was. I don't remember if it was mine or Tim's. But the comment had come in to use Discord, where I would read the questions and statements to him so he didn't have to keep looking up. Well, so we did that, started that way, and then all of a sudden it started where people were coming in all the time. So we had several people that would talk and back and forth, and we put the link into YouTube so that people could watch and listen, because if they didn't, Tim would sound like a raving maniac talking to himself. Much like I'm sounding right now because I'm not hearing you guys talk. But at any rate, then I somehow or other became the co-host. And that's a self-proclaimed name, by the way. He didn't call me that. It went from there to, then he decided he was going to do Twitch. So now I go from just being a voice on Discord to going into StreamYard with him so I can monitor Twitch and YouTube comments. Then we all decided to start doing pen colors for different various events. Such as Shay's 6700. So then I had to start keeping track of who voted for what color shade. And then from there, he started having contests. So I had to get the wheel and then start typing people's names into the wheel for the contests. So it's become quite the thing as of late. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy every minute of it. I have a grand time, but let me tell you, the progression is funny. I mean, let's face it. Go ahead, next.
Oh, thank you. This comes from Laura. Great whip and chat. It's so nice that your wife does these with you. Thank you.
Laura. Yeah, I came up with that for two reasons. Number one, because of the fact that I was having a hard time. I'd have to stop, read, and then answer the question. And I thought to myself, just like Tim, I said, you know what? Why don't I just do it like I did with Tim and have Lenore ask the questions, and I would just go ahead and answer. Um, so that's how that started. What'd you do? Lose yourself?
Yeah, I did. Oh, I think this is just another one. Not just another one. Excuse me. Um, Trin. Trin.
Trin. Yeah.
Trin writes that love that Lenore has joined the winning cast. See, you're so lucky.
Did you already answer that?
Well, that's
Didn't
what
I
I
already
just-
answer that one?
No?
No, I didn't. Okay. Sorry about that. The problem is I read them ahead of time anyway, because I reply. So I keep forgetting where I'm at here. Yes, she has. She has joined the winning cast. What we're winning, I don't know, but we are winning something. Probably one-way ticket to the funny farm. But who knows? Next.
Is that Jonah or
No, Jonah. Or
Jonah?
Jonah. Yeah, Jonah. Sorry. My wife was asking a pronunciation.
This comment is from Jonah. Hi Lee, great whip and chat. You and Lenore make a great team. Looking forward to the next chat.
Well, thank you, Jonah. And yes, I checked with her to make sure that was the right pronunciation because I wasn't sure myself. Your comment is appreciated. I, again, enjoy the positive feedback and the positive thoughts.
Yeah.
I don't mind constructive criticism. If you come at me hateful, I will come back once and once only. You don't want that. That's not cool. I don't like doing that, but you don't want that. So thank you very much. And I don't mean you, Jonah, specifically. I'm just talking about in general. Let me clarify that before you think I'm coming at you. All right, next.
Dottie Diva? Dottie Diva?
Dottie,
Dottie Diva.
I believe. I could be wrong. We'll find out.
All right. This Dottie Diva says, nice whip and chat, Lee, and nice to have your wife read the comments. Your painting is coming along nicely. That says Billy Ray. Oh, at Dottie Diva. Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry about the app.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Yes, it is actually coming along quite nicely. I will at some point in time, again, take a picture of the whole thing so that you can see exactly what it looks like. Unfortunately, I don't know where the sticker went for it. I know it's around here somewhere. Actually, while I'm talking, well, then I take a quick look. Sorry for the crinkling. You know. And no, don't worry, Brandy. I'm not going to take your comment, your Crinkle Town comment. Nope, won't do it. Gee, I think I just did. But anyway, yeah, it's lost. Oh well, I tried. So next one,
All right, this one comes from Melanie.
Melanie.
She says, wait in the summer to melt the drill in the barbecue so no fumes in the house. Laugh out loud.
But I wanted to legally get high off the fumes.
Oh, Lord.
Sheesh, such a killjoy. No, I'll make sure to be doing them in a well-ventilated area. So, yeah, I appreciate the thought. Thank you very much.
Next.
Next,
This one comes to us from Tammy.
Tammy.
This whip and chat was enjoyable. Great to hear your wife sitting and reading the questions, and you two being yourself. It's great to see a man and wife do a duo whip and chat. I have been thinking of questions to ask you, Lee, so tell us what is your favorite type, artist, and size you prefer.
Okay, well, as previous, I have not been into diamond painting consistently all that long. Um, so I don't really have a favorite artist or favorite size. I know this one because of the fact that it's as large as it is. It's a 32 by 24 inch, I believe. Um, but it is, for what I've been going through, it is rather large. So I might want something a little bit smaller, but who knows. Type of painting, I like landscapes, I like animals. Having said I like animals, I don't particularly care for the multicolored or kaleidoscope animals. I prefer more realistic colors or more realistic depictions than anything else. Go ahead. What was there? Was there something I missed?
No.
Okay. I'm just making sure because I couldn't tell. Go ahead.
Okay. This one comes from Melanie.
Okay.
Nice to hear you both on this whip. Thanks for keeping me company while I also diamond paint. If I have a positive suggestion, is to zoom out a little, just a little, too close. Can't see your pen.
Okay. Well, actually, I have taken that into account from reading your message earlier, when I read it earlier and replied. And it is further out. Let me know if it's far enough or if I need to bring it out any further. I'm more than happy to accommodate. Any suggestions like that, I'll take in a heartbeat to do what I can. As far as. Go over that question again, or that comment again.
There isn't anything else. Positive suggestion. Just a little. Can't see the pen.
Okay, that just wasn't. Oh, that's what I was going to say. That's why I went over it again because I thought I forgot something. And I did, but it was forgetting something in my own. As far as the pen goes, I am still using the one from Leopard Leatherworks. It is a baseball bat ends. As you can see, it looks like a little baseball here. Baseball bat where you're at the bottom of the grip. It is also known as what Tim has described as a mustache cut, because if you put it up to your face like this, it looks like you've got a small handlebar mustache under your nose. So that's what that is. It is a beautiful pen. It was bought for me by Caroline Koch, or Koch, I'm not sure. I gotta talk to her at some point in time and figure out what her last name is pronounced like. And I will leave a link in the description for Leopard Leatherworks. So that's Leopard Leatherworks and Shay that I've got to put in there. Just little reminders to myself. That's the pen.
Okay, this one comes from Marion, I believe.
Another Marion.
Yep. You are not spoiled. You are well loved by your wife and the DP community. Yeah, he's spoiled.
Yeah, nah, I'm spoiled. That's exactly right. I will be the first one to admit it. And proud of it, actually. I like being spoiled. You know, where else can I turn around and say, I'm going to get up and get myself a soda, and somebody come out and say, nope, you stay right there, I'll get it for you. And yes, that would be my wife.
Okay, is
Next?
next? Okay. Sparkle Dust?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Hi Lee, Kat here in New York. Thanks for letting us into the world of the caterer to the DP creators. But where are your snacks? Have enjoyed listening to you on your Whip and Chat, but also over at Leopard Leatherworks with Tim. Thanks for your assistance with Discord. It's all new to me, and I'm a total spaz. Loved hearing about how you came up with your name. Love it. Looking forward to listening to Lenore in your intro outro. You guys are cute together. Lee, how long have you been diamond painting? I apologize if you've mentioned it already.
Yeah, don't worry about asking me something I might or might not have answered. If you haven't looked, if you haven't seen it, then you don't know. So therefore, I have to tell you. Yes, I know my head keeps getting in the way. I've still got to work out how I do that because of the fact that I'm blind, and I keep once I'm done picking out the drills, I keep forgetting to turn my put my glasses on. So that's why you keep seeing my head in the shot. One day I will figure that out. Until then, sorry, you're stuck with it.
Okay, this one comes from Sheila.
Sheila.
Hi Lee, glad you were doing whipping chats. My question is, what is your favorite accessory for diamond painting and why?
Okay, first off, is it Sheila or Shelia? There's an IA at the end after the L.
Well,
What's the last name on it? Is there a last name on it?
Hugo.
Hugo? Okay, so that's Sheila.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I know that's what you said. You don't have to be so quiet. Part of this whole thing is I'm enjoying the back and forth banter.
Into your head.
Yeah, back and forth banter my head. Gee, thanks. I'm so well loved, can't you tell? But anyway, see, I got all through all of that. Now I forgot what that question was.
The favorite accessory.
Oh, my favorite accessory. Right now, I don't have a favorite accessory. I like them all. You know, it's kind of hard to choose one because they're all so varied and different. I have yet to still try Jenny's Snap Dots. You know, these things here. This one is in Pine Tree, which I keep forgetting about. And then this one, which is the Snap Dots Extra Large. She sent me a Pine Tree and a spiced cider. So, yeah, I am still so thankful about that. Oh yeah, I forgot. She sent me Winter Woodland with a metal single placer. She knows I like metal. But yeah, other than that, I don't really have a particular favorite. I haven't had that many chances to try other things other than that.
You ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
This comes from Christy. Hey Lee, my cousin from Boston. Thank you for answering my questions. I don't know what questions to ask anymore. LOL. Diamond Pen Pals is what you're looking for. Happy face.
Yes, you are correct.
See ya at
LL?
Leopard
Leather Works, yeah. LL. You might see that a lot too.
Yeah.
But at any rate, thank you very much. It is appreciated. Okay.
Next.
No.
Oh.
What was she? Oh, the questions. Don't worry about asking questions. You don't have to ask questions. It's not a requirement. But as you do go along and you listen to me and I make comments, please feel free to call me on it and ask any questions you like if I'm not giving enough information. I'm usually told that I give too much information. But, you know, so ask away. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Now I'm ready for the next question.
Okay. At Mythic Carecrafts.
Yep.
Okay, I don't know.
Mythic.
I said Mythic.
Yeah, just say Mythic.
Okay, Mythic. Another great whip and chat. Do you plan on pouring the melted drills into a mold for diamond painting pens, or having the glob turned into a lathe? I turned on a lathe.
Yes.
Yeah. If I could read, I'd be dangerous.
Yeah, you and me both.
I think it would be an interesting experiment for our pen turners that I haven't seen yet.
Well, funny you should ask. Right after I saw this comment, or question, I did ask Tim about that very thing. And he is actually saving drills to do the same thing. You know, take them and add them to the mold and then pour um, resin around it to have the drills hanging out in space, so to speak. So yeah, it would be kind of a neat thing to see and see how it turns out. You never know. Next.
I don't know what this is. Lindsay?
Yep.
Okay. This is from Lindsay. I wonder if Tim could make blanks with drills and drills float around in the resin, since the drills are made with either acrylic or resin.
Same
Answer.
same answer. Same answer. I've already talked to Tim about it. And we'll see what he comes up with. Next.
Okay, this is from Chuloon.
Chaloon. Yep.
Chuloon. Hey Lee, loved your wife reading out the comments and questions. I have one for you. Star Trek, what is your favorite series? And top 3 characters. I am watching The Next Generation for the first time in full. So good. Of course I adore Data.
Uh-huh. Well, I've been thinking about that ever since I read it, read your comment to begin with. Almost all of them are my favorites. The only one that I have issue with is Enterprise with Scott Bakula. I like Scott Bakula. I like the cast. But they seem to make more mistakes in the history of Star Trek. As far as different storylines go. So that one's not quite my favorite. As far as my 3 favorite characters, one of which is Data, of course, because he's just funny. The other one is Seven of Nine, who, let's face it, Jerry Ryan in a cat suit. Okay, enough said. Think I got that one covered. And my third one, I don't know, that's really kind of a toss-up. It's time to put more wax in my pen. Right now I'm still using the regular wax because, as I said, I haven't really figured out still gotta watch the tutorial from Jenny about how to put her glue dots in. I'm just not getting it somehow. They're not staying. I think part of that could be because of the fact that the tweezers are not real pointy, so I'm not able to get it in there as much as I'd like to. So I'm still using the red wax. Now, as far as what was it, the series, which series I like the best?
Top 3 characters.
Yep, like I said, I got the top 3 characters.
That was it.
And I think that was it. Okay. Well, I hope that answers your questions. If not, please feel free to ask it again, and I will try to remember. Next.
This is from Mary Lou.
Mary Lou.
Hello, Lee.
And I don't mean Retton.
You're too close. Bedtime for Grandma here. Take care.
Oh, please. Come on, Grandma. I think I told you before, you don't have to watch it as soon as it comes out.
Yeah.
After all, it comes out late. I know how you grandmas are, wanting your sleep. As my wife looks at me with eyes that will kill me if they could. Next,
This one comes from Sarah.
Sarah.
Thank you, Lee and Lenore, for the nice whip and chat. Lenore, I hope you had a wonderful birthday. Thank you, Sarah. I did. Lee, your diamond painting is coming along nicely. I hope you are enjoying it. Do you have a kit that is your unicorn kit? If so, do you own it?
Okay. Unicorn kit, by the way, just so that my wife knows.
Thank you.
A unicorn kit is your all-time favorite. It's the one that you want to do the most. It's basically, it's you know how people are with their unicorns.
Yep.
Such as Mooney.
Yep.
They love their unicorns, and that's basically what this is talking about
Sarah.
for the most part. I don't really have a particular unicorn kit that I absolutely love. There are some from Diamond Painting Fanatics that I like really well. There are some from Rose Prophet that I like really well. As you can tell, I prefer the small shops. I'm not a fan of the bigger shops for various reasons that I will not go into. I refuse to on a whip and chat. Primarily because I don't want to get hung. But nonetheless, like I said, I have my own reasons. There's not necessarily anything wrong with them. It's just me. But there are, like I said before, I like animal, nature, specifically anything with a close-up of or featuring a particular animal. Preferably eagles, but I'll take wolves and lions and bears and oh my.
Yeah.
Referencing Oz once again.
She also asks if I diamond paint, and Lee's already answered that and said not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
And she apologizes because you may have said that in previous chat, but she didn't catch it.
And once again, I don't care if I have to answer it 5 times, unless you're making me answer it 5 times just because you think it's funny. But if you honestly miss it, then what am I going to do? Sit there and say no? Watch the last one or watch the one before that? That's going to get kind of old and kind of mean. I'm not old, well, I shouldn't say that. I'm old. I'm just not kind of mean. I'm only slightly mean.
And she wishes us both a nice week.
And thank you for your well wishes. It is appreciated. Once again, everybody, just because I can't say it enough, thank you very much. And no, we're not done yet, but thank you very much for your comments and attention. It is appreciated and enjoyed. I actually love doing this. I didn't think I would, but I do love doing this. So thank you. Next.
This one comes from Cindy.
Cindy.
Cindy says, darn, no Discord. I understand. Really like having your wife read the questions. Hope to hear her sing soon.
Yep.
You say you have no stash?
Yeah.
So how many have you finished, and what do you do with them when done?
Okay. It's not so much that how many have I finished. It's just that, sorry, I don't have the kind of money you guys have to have a stash. I'm so poor I can't even afford to pay attention, obviously.
Cut it out.
So, but no, it's, it is a matter of affordability, but nonetheless, I do not really have a stash. I do have a few that were bought from discount places, the quote-unquote cheapo ones that are from Amazon. So I do have a couple of paintings, but I prefer to work on them one at a time anyway. So that answers that. And as far as what do I do with them, well, I had answered that earlier. But generally, I just keep them underneath the coffee table in a shelf that's built underneath the top that moves. I think that's the only thing I had on that one, right?
Yep.
Okay, next.
DP Shooting Girl.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Lee and Lenore. Great teamwork on the whip and chat. And she says, Tammy took my one question about how you both met.
Well, like I said, that was through my parents, so you know.
Yeah.
Long story short. But don't worry about it. If you don't have questions, commenting is just as good because that still adds to my script. And then I don't bore people to death with dead air.
Okay, and this looks like the last one we have this week. This comes from Tammy. Hey, always love your whipping chats, and having Lenore joining you makes it even better. What does BTW stand for?
By the way.
By the way, howdy, Lenore. Howdy, Tammy.
Howdy! Yes, Mini Pro lives again in a male body.
Poor Mini Pearl.
Yeah, poor Mini Pro. Gee, thanks. Yeah, I told you we were nuts.
Yeah.
And I don't readily admit that. My common joke there is, yes, I have a pair, but I am not nuts.
Stop it.
Stop it. Hey, I warned people this is not necessarily a PG-13-ish channel. So,
Same to you. Okay, we're done.
and that was the last one. As far as any stories I might have go, I don't really have a lot to share. Let me just double check here. Progression. I know one of the comments I was going to make is as for when I was going over my co-hosting appearances on Tim's lives, on Leopard Leatherworks lives. People are gonna. I said to him the other day, I said, people are gonna get sick and tired of hearing me or seeing me, and they're not gonna want to watch my own whipping chats. But other than that, that is all I have for today, or for this week. I think at this point, I am going to just roll what I have here. I may finish off this section, just so that next time we get together, I'll have a new section to start. But we'll see what happens once I get off the camera. Other than that, I appreciate all of you. I appreciate your comments, your concerns. And that's both for here and for Tim's lives when we're on there. Although I have not read any of his comments yet. I really should. But nonetheless, I do appreciate it. Take care of one another. If you see somebody on the street, don't just assume that because they look a certain way that they're not actually good people. Help where you can. As always, just pay it forward. You'll be surprised at how good it will feel. Other than that, have a wonderful day. We will see you either on Tim's Lives when he's back from his trip, or I'll see you next week. Bye.